Hello everyone, welcome to yoga. My name is Marisa and today we have a practice that is all about our feet, shins, and calves. So if you need a little extra stretch through those areas, maybe give those toes a little love, join me for this short toga practice. Get into something comfortable and let's get ready. So today we're going to need one prop. Any sort of ball will do, whether it's a tennis ball, this is a massage ball, you can use a lacrosse ball, anything of that sort is just fine. You can also use a smaller sized foam roller if that's something that works for you. If you don't have any of these, that's okay. You can also manually release using your hands. So just find what works best for you in this moment. So today we're actually going to start extending both of our legs out nice and long. You don't have to be seated on a blanket like I am here, but it is nice and comfortable to do so, just giving those hips a little extra cushion. So as we sit up nice and tall, we're just going to bend one knee gently here, enough that we can reach onto the big toe. If you can do that while keeping your leg long, that's great. But if you need to be here, that's a-okay as well. Keep the other leg relaxed in any position that feels good. You can give the toes a little wiggle. And then when you're ready, we're gonna flex nice and deep. Take a big inhale in, send the chest forward, and exhale to start to find your forward fold. Taking just a couple of breaths here. We'll inhale, come back up through center. Go ahead and relax those toes, and we're gonna take it to the other side. So reaching down, first two fingers, grab that left big toe. If you need that bend through the knee, don't be shy here. Take what you need. This is your practice and no one else's. So take a second, just settle in, maybe give a little wiggle. And then when you're ready, inhale, sit up nice and tall, pull the chest forward. Exhale, start to find that fold. Start to flex the left toes up to nose. Breathing in and out nice and deep, just a couple more breaths. Good, let's inhale, sit up nice and tall. Relax both of the toes. Find a big reach up and open with those arms. Flex your toes and exhale. We're gonna reach down, grabbing both of the feet. So if you can't reach here, you can slide the hands down to the shins, the knees, wherever you need to be. If you can comfortably reach your feet, I want you to grab for the outside edges. Relax the chin down, but still try to focus on pulling that chest forward. So we're not fully banana backing here, but keeping some length, some integrity through that spine. The more you flex those toes, the deeper stretch you're going to get through both of those legs. Couple more breaths. Inhale, let's sit it back on up. We're gonna come onto our knees from here. So this is a big reason why I like having a blanket underneath me, just if you have any sort of tenderness in your knees. If any of you don't know, I also power lift, so this is a great way to add a little extra comfort and cushion, keeping our knees healthy and happy. If you don't need it, that is a-okay. Do what works best for you. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna tuck both toes underneath us. I like to take my toes off of the blanket. So if you have a pad or anything there, just scooch it out of the way. And we're gonna tuck them as deep as we can, sitting back on those heels. So from here, we're just gonna sit up tall through the chest. Take a few nice big breaths. If this is already something that is killing you, your feet are screaming, feel free to work out whenever you need to, and know that this is something that you can build the tolerance up to over time, giving your feet a little extra love. It's very important. One more breath. Good. Let's go ahead and release. We're going to take the tops of the feet back down to the mat and walk both hands behind us here. So from here, we're going to start to pull the knees up, going as deep or as gentle as you want to go onto the tops of the feet. You can let the head fall back if that's something that feels nice for you. We'll do one more breath. And we're going to work our way back on forward. So from here, I want you to go ahead and grab that ball. And we're going to tuck one leg in. Let's start with our right leg out nice and long and our left leg tucked in. We're going to take that ball or whatever prop you are using here right under the back of your calf. You can take the hands wherever they feel best for you. Relaxing on back is my favorite way to do this, but if you want to sit up tall, you can there too. And I like to start doing some nice little circles on the back of the calf. So a lot of our foot strain, foot pain can come from our tendons in our low legs, pulling on that foot and causing pinched nerves, causing things to just feel a little too tight here. And you can start working your way down the leg. I like to get a little bit above the Achilles tendon there and just find what feels good. And once you're there, we're then going to take the ball of our foot or the center of our foot onto that ball and start doing the same thing. So some nice circular motions. I really like this massage ball specifically because it has little spikes on it and it feels like I'm getting a little extra massage. But I do often do this with a tennis ball if I need something a little bit softer, a little more portable. I usually keep a tennis ball in my gym bag. Lacrosse balls are also fantastic because you can put them in the freezer and they get nice and cold overnight. And then you're also getting a little bonus of inflammation release or reduction with that ice. So be sure to get up into the ball of the foot, the side of the foot. This is really a take your own journey type of practice. As you can see, it's all about finding the areas that your foot needs a little extra love and spending a little more time there. For me, it's usually the inside area, and then sometimes when I'm hiking, my pinky toes go numb, so I like to get the outside as well. Feel free to use your entire body, help yourself out here. If you want to spend a little more time there, go ahead and pause the video now, and then you can return for our left leg. Because we're going to switch it over now, taking that ball under the left calf to start. And finding those circles, finding whatever movements feel good, maybe leaning on back. I always find that this feels a little bit more supportive to me. You can kind of move your whole lower body as a unit. And as you're ready, starting to work your way down into that ankle. And then finally, let's take it on to the left foot. So finding those nice circles. And remember, you can always take a little extra time here whenever you need to. Spending this little extra bit of time on yourself is really good for you. Taking that time to understand how your body feels, what areas need a little bit more love and attention. We'll spend just another moment here. If you want to spend more time, like I said, go ahead and pause that video. All right, let's go ahead and take that ball and put it over to the side. We've got just a couple more stretches here, nothing too crazy, and then I will send you on your way. We're gonna take our left foot underneath. Our right ankle is gonna go on top of the left knee if you can. If you need to add a little extra support here, whether it is a block, a blanket, a foam roller, a pillow, whatever you've got, go ahead and do that. Or you can also slide it out a little bit if your hip needs a little extra space. We're gonna take the thumb on one finger and just kind of run up and down the arch of your foot, giving a little extra pressure that maybe you couldn't get with that ball that you were using or whatever prop. So just a little extra manual massage here. Little baby reflexology, if you will. Good. And then let's take it over to the other side. So into that left foot, into the arch of the foot. You'll kind of feel the areas where it's a little bit more tender, and those are the areas where maybe you just need to stretch a little bit more. I feel like so many of us focus on mobility and we often forget that our feet are an important part of that. They are what holds you up daily, keeping you vertical, taking all of the pressure of gravity downwards. Awesome. So from here, we've got one last pose. And we're gonna pop on up to a nice low yogi squat. So bring both of the heels down to the mat if we can. Sink those hips back and draw the hands into heart center. Relax your shoulders here and you can draw chin down to chest. So in this stretch, we're getting a nice big pull through the hips, but we're also stretching the backs of those ankles through the Achilles. Giving our knees a little love here, really a full warm up through the low body. Spending just another moment here. And then we'll take both hands down to the mat. We're gonna come back onto our knees. This is a great point where if you want to move into another practice, you've started to move the body and warm up and get comfortable. Or if you are good for the day, if that was your little moment of you time, then that's great too. I thank you all for joining me. Om Shanti, Om Peace, and Namaste.